Amazing. So happy birthday, BeLive, first birthday. And, I really do love this platform. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, go to BeLive.tv and make sure you check that out. And thank you so much for having me as a host for this segment. So what we're going to be talking about now is pretty much who do you serve and identifying your ideal perfect target market. Now, one of the mistakes that most entrepreneurs make, especially, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the notes here too. One of the mistakes that most entrepreneurs make, especially people that are going live, they try to talk to everybody. So they want to make sure that everybody is interested in what they have to say. But here's what you have to understand is, can you guys hear me? Just give me a little thumbs up if you could hear me, or just like let me know. I want to make sure my mic is on. Perfect, welcome. Okay, so we want to make sure that you are talking to your ideal target market, the one that's actually going to be excited when you make an offer. They're going to be ready and waiting to buy. Thank you, David. Thank you, Mary. So how do we do that? Now, depending on what market you're in, there's going to be a lot of different ways. Now, yesterday, actually on Saturday, I had a VIP day with one of my clients, and she had this great idea, and we both thought it was really an amazing thing that everybody needed. However, I wasn't really sure if people would realize they need it, or people were laying up at night with that bad pain point that, oh yes, I need to solve this problem. But she was all set, ready to put her thing out for sale when we really didn't know if people would line up waiting to buy from her. So we had to do a few different tests, and we did one social test where I just posted something very simple on my Facebook page to find out if people really had that problem, that pain point. And it turns out that they did not. They really probably do, but it's not top of mind. Hi, Connie. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So what I want to talk to you today is, how do you identify your target market? Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples. Let's say that you are a health coach and you help people lose weight. Yes, you can help everybody lose weight. You could help people that are obese lose weight. You can help women. You can help men. You can help children. You can help people lose 100 pounds or 30 pounds or 10 pounds. And you know that you have the skill set to serve all of these people. However, when you're trying to market to all of those people at once, it really diminishes your message, right? Because everybody, it's just general. It's not so specific where they're saying, wow, April can read my mind and she's the exact person I need. So let's, for instance, say that weight loss coach, the way that she talks to someone that really needs to lose those last 10 pounds to the way that she would talk to someone that needs to lose 30 to 50 pounds is going to be completely different. Right? That 30 to 50 is, I've tried everything and it just won't work. And, I'm so embarrassed to go out, to maybe be in the bedroom with her husband with the lights on because she feels so overweight. Whereas the other, whereas someone that loses 10 pounds, maybe she just wants to lose those last 10 pounds to fit back into her skinny jeans. Maybe she just wants to lose those last 10 pounds so she can finally be at her great weight, rather than she's so uncomfortable and so anxious. And, the wording and the terminology that you're going to use is completely different. Those two different people are going to have different pain points that are keeping them awake at night. They're going to have bigger fears. The 30 to 50 pound person, or the person that wants to lose 30 to 50 pounds, may be laying awake at night saying, you know what, I just have so much to lose. I'm never going to, even make a dent, or I don't even know where to start. Is this making sense to you guys? Awesome. What I want to actually see, because we're going to get into this a little bit, but obviously we only have 10 minutes. And I want to make sure that you guys really get what you need and know how to find your ideal client. So I want to, and I'll figure out how to do it later, and I might have to do what Kim did and go back and post a link, but I'm going to give you this workbook where you can actually, there's about 50 questions where you can answer to find your ideal target client. So another thing is, let's say one of my businesses is about restaurant growth and profitability, where we actually are restaurant consultants and we help them grow their business. Yes, I can help many restaurants and different industries grow their business. However, our target market is restaurants that do 500,000 to 1.5 million. That space right in the middle is our sweet spot. And their worries, their fears, their needs are different from people that are just starting out and very different from people that are at over the 1.5 million. You know, that sweet spot there, they're worried about, they're wearing all the hats in their restaurant. They're the ones that are doing all of the busy work. They're the ones opening the doors, making the schedule, ordering the food. You know, if someone calls out of work, they are the ones jumping in. Yes, Mary Elizabeth, everyone has individual needs. So those middle parts, the restaurateur that is wearing all the hats and everything, it's going to be very different from the ones that are just starting out, who are really concerned about, okay, what vendors should I use? And what cleaning company should I use? What accountant, and different things. So really depending on where that restaurant is how you're going to figure out, or how I'm going to use it in my marketing. So for instance, our sales page would be like, are you busy wearing all of the hats? Are you putting out all of the fires? Are you the one coming in on your day off because somebody called out sick? Now, I know that that's my sweet spot in the restaurant. Whereas if they're higher at that 1.5, they already have a good management team that takes care of all of that stuff. Now, what does this have to do with going live? Well, it has a lot, because you know, when you're going live, hopefully, you know, you want to engage and build a community, but your end goal is to improve your community and your tribe and hopefully sell them something, right? You know, we're all here to make money. You guys want to make some money? So all of your BeLives need to be targeted towards the thoughts, the needs, the wants of your ideal target market or of the community that you want to build. With my restaurant example, for instance, yes, I can have a talk show or a BeLive show about all restaurants, right? But we want to be very specific to those needs. So when they know, oh, you know what, I'm burnt out. I've had enough. I need to call April because she knows about this. And Madeline, thank you. Yes, we need to enter the conversation our target market is having in their heads. Exactly. And one of the mistakes that I see, you know, a lot of BeLive people, not BeLive, but people going live, I should say, make is that they go on live just for the sake of going live. You know, there's no thought to the end goal of what they're going to do with this live platform. So we really need to think about who and what we want to, you know, who we want to serve and what we want to accomplish. Let me see if I can type this in and see if you guys can go to, I don't know if this is going to be too long. No, it's going to be too long. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to type it in later, and I'm going to make sure that you guys have this. It's about 50 questions. It's a little in depth on how you actually can find your target market. And I see we have David jump on, so I don't know when you guys want to switch over, so let me know. I'm sure Jeff will probably pop on. But in the meantime, you know, I was giving the restaurant example. I want to give one more example of why this is so important. And people are so afraid that they're going to exclude everyone else when they're so narrowed in on their target market. However, when you're so narrowed in, people that hear your message really need to, and the outside people that still want to work with you still come in. And for a quick instance, I'm a women's business coach with Self-Made Success. And my marketing for that business is strictly towards women. But I have a lot of male clients because they resonate with my message. So thank you. And Jeff, I don't know if you want to pop over. I think I'm out of time. Or maybe not.
Hello.
Hello.
Great information. Very great information.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You're still doing good at time. I mean, you
Oh,
still had a good 5 minutes.
oh, okay. Then I'll keep going if that's okay. I thought I was up.
Absolutely.
All right. So just
Take it
jump
away.
back in when perfect. So as I was mentioning, as a women's business coach, all of my marketing is done towards women. You'll see when I do lives, I'm in my house. It's very girly with the background. I have flowers. My brand is silver and purple. And most people, say, well, I'm a business coach. I can help anybody. Yes, I can. But when you try to market to everybody, your messaging gets lost, and that one person that really needs you is going to say, oh, well, she helps these big businesses and she can't help me. Or that when someone talks about their needs specifically, they're going to go to that person rather than you. But my point to all of this is, because I do all of these girly things and have workshops for women and all of that, I still have a lot of men that come in and want to coach with me because they see the difference that it's making. They see these women getting, growing their business 10 times over. So they still want to work with me. So I'm not scaring them away. And the same thing that goes with the health coach or someone in the health industry. Thank you, Bridget. If you're targeting those people that need to lose 30 pounds, the people that need to lose 10 that love your messaging and love what you're about and love the stuff you're sharing, they're still going to come to you, even the people over. So when you're super specific and you're targeting that one person you want to serve, then the people that are meant to work with you will come. So here are some questions that you could ask yourself. One, where does this person live? Do they live in a city? Do they live in the suburbs? Do they live in a house? Do they live in a condo? Find a need and fill it exactly. Where do they shop? And this is very important, because knowing your specific target market is going to be how you're going to target them on Facebook ads. It's going to be how you're going to show up and know where to do your workshops and things like that. It's going to be when you get a big following with BeLive, who can sponsor your show? What other corporations have that same target market? You can go anywhere with this information. So where do they shop? Do they shop at Lord & Taylor's and Saks Fifth Avenue? Or do they prefer to shop at a Target and Kohl's? Those two differentiators really separate your ideal client a little bit. Do they prefer Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks? These are the things that people really don't think about, but it's so important. Do they have a family? How many kids do they have? What do they do for fun? So again, I'm going to post that link to the workbook where you can fill out all of these questions. It's not going to be an opt-in link. I am not going to ask for your name and email. I'm going to actually post the direct link for you, and you guys can download it. If you're interested, you could reach out to me later. But what I want to mention is, don't just get live for the sake of being live. Have a purpose to it. And maybe it's not to make money. Maybe it's to make that bigger change in the world, or maybe it's make the change and just to make money. But have a purpose to what you're doing and make sure you're speaking to that specific person. And I do want to mention the show that was a couple before mine. They mentioned, how to get engagement is to go to other people's shows and engage on other people's shows. And then they'll come and watch your show. That's really good if they have your same target market. I don't want to watch other people's shows just to it's like, you're building an email list and you're going to networking events and you're just collecting business cards from everybody and putting them on your email list. Well, those people are not going to buy from you, and they're not going to really love what you're about. Now, the other part is when they be sincere. Exactly, Connie. And I'm reading everybody's comments here. So And Tina says, engage your audience with a quiz, poll, or feedback, which is great too, to know actually who's resonating with your message. And then maybe you do have to change your ideal target a little bit. But I want you to think to yourself, that person, what are they laying awake at night and thinking about? And this is one of the things that I had to tell my client the other day, that her idea of this great business, which, you know, if they were really thinking about that, would make her a lot of money, but they're not. They were not laying in bed thinking about her problem. So nobody's thinking about, hey, I need to hire a health coach, right? People are thinking about, wow, I really want to lose these last few pounds so I can fit into my wedding dress. Or, you know, I really don't like how I'm going to look in my wedding pictures. I have to lose this weight. They're not thinking about, oh, I need to hire someone, a health coach, or I need to hire someone to help me lose 10 pounds. What is that pain? And you can use that as the title for all of your BeLives. You know, touch on different pain points for the title and the topic of each of your BeLives. And you can bring on other guests that fill that other guest experts that fill that need as well. So with going with the weight loss, maybe you're a nutritionist and you know how to help that bride lose that last 10 pounds. But maybe you have a guest on that's a personal trainer that, paired with your nutrition, she's going to give them some tips on how they can quickly firm up their arms if it's a strapless wedding gown or something like that. But that other expert coming on, if they have the same target market as you, it's helping you grow your outlook. Now, I do want to mention one more thing. When you go live, guys, you have to have a call to action at the end. It doesn't have to be buy this. It doesn't have to be, you know, sign up for this free opt-in, but it has to be a call to action. So whether it's join me or let's continue this conversation on Twitter, or message me or join my messenger or follow me on BeLive. I mean, I personally love having the opt-in. So now you have their email address and then you can have your marketing campaign go out and build that rapport. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
All right. So I see that David is coming up next, and I'm loving the hat I see in the green room.
He's got a style on hat.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, April.
My pleasure.